money. Bitches counting for me. Bottle keep popping that white up that whole jacket. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. My partner on the pill, my hood up on the drum. Roll up the line, I'm trying to get fucked up. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
All right, man. Just say what you've been saying, man. Why do you hate Tennessee?
Man, I hate Tennessee because first of all, it's Tennessee, and I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches.
Welcome back to Bleed Blue 365. It's that time of year. We're less than 30 days away from 22 football season. I missed a post-game Louisville. I didn't do one of those. I didn't do a Citrus Bowl preview or post-game against Iowa, which you know we won both games. But a lot's changed. But it's time to preview the 2022 football schedule for my Kentucky Wildcats. We're going to get started with what's new, what's changed. I guess the biggest news is Liam Cohen went to the LA Rams to become their offensive coordinator. We got Rich Ganzarello, I don't know how to say his name, Rich Ganzarello from San Francisco. I think he was a quarterback coach. He's now going to be our offensive coordinator. Coach Woodford left, went to Alabama. He was on a recruiting trip for Kentucky and just never returned. It is what it is. But we got Coach Yinzer. He has a little Kentucky background. He worked with Schlarman down in Troy. He's from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. So he's a little prepared. He's a little aware of all that. So he's gonna try to keep it up to the big blue wall and going. He wants to bring it back. We'll use a little more rotation, like more what Schlarman did compared to what Woodford did last year. Right now we got Chris Rodriguez. We don't really know his status. He got DUI a few months back. And apparently, rumor is he got caught up in him and a couple other players got caught up. But he's the only one really facing a bunch of shit about it, I guess is the way to put it. Excuse my language. But apparently, they did some NIL deal stuff. Really didn't get reported. Everything wasn't set up the right way. So therefore, we really don't know. That's one thing. Rumor is he's going to spend one game, maybe 2 games. Me personally, DUI alone, 10 years ago, he'd been kicked out of university. Plus it's also like the 4th DUI in the last 3 years. We've had a coach, we let him go. You had Rashawn Lewis last year, also a DUI. Chris Rodriguez now. We've had a lot of alcohol problems. Plus, at one of our little games, we had a student who was drunk, left the stadium and hit a 4-year-old little boy. Also, killing. And alcohol's a problem in Kentucky. Kind of the main reason, some of the stuff I'm saying is also the main reason the athletic director really doesn't want us to be selling alcohol at the games. It was kind of projected that we would be selling alcohol this year, but no word yet. Apparently it's coming. Who knows? Nobody really knows. Other than that, you got we got Chris Levis back. We lost Josh Pascal on the defensive line. We lost Bully McCall, or Maquan McCall, nicknamed Bully. We lost Derek Rosenthal. Lost Darian Kennard and Luke Fortner, all on the offensive line. Of course, we lost Wandale Robinson, our lead receiver last year. Man, our only receiver we had last year besides Josh Ali. But So we got some holes to fill. We have picked up Tayshawn Manning from Auburn to pick up, to play one of those spots on offensive line. We went and I'm drawing a blank now. Picked up an Ohio State defensive end to kind of pick up for what Josh Pascal's leaving behind. The running back room behind Chris Rodriguez is loaded. You got Kavasier Smoke. He's not even going to be the biggest contributor. We got, what's his name? Jackson. JUCO transfer. I went to UK Fan Day today. He got, he looked really good today. You also got Tuton McCall and McLean, not McCall. You also got Lavelle Wright. All these boys are, plus we got Michael Drennan. He was actually a receiver for us and moved to running back last year. Wide receiver, we're looking good. We lost Wandell, but we went and picked up Virginia Tech's Trayvon Robinson here. Recruiting wise, we picked up Jordan Anthony. He's a true freshman. Picked up Dan Key right there in our backyard in Lexington from Fergus Douglas High School. We also picked up Berrien Brown. All three of them are all expected to make impacts this year for Kentucky in the receiving room. If you really want to look at it, we got 2 out of 3 inside. Our linebackers are all returning, and Wright and JJ Weaver. We lost a little bit in the DB area. Corker moved on to the NFL. And Condre Mosley, we also lost both of them, but we recruited and picked up some transfers. So I guess really our question marks are on defense and the O line, but mainly defense. As we Luke Fortner played center for us last year, so we moving Eli Cox over. We were expecting big things from. I'm drawing his damn name now. I can see the big boy. We're expecting big things from some freshman, and his name's on the tip of my tongue. But it doesn't matter. We're expecting big things out of some freshmen and some. Tayshawn Manning's going to be a guard, but we're going to need to fill 2 left guard and right guard. Left tackle and right tackle, where Darren Rosenthal and Kennard both left openings. So that's one big question mark. Offensively wise, pretty much the only one. I have confidence in the receivers. The other question mark would be defensive back. We returning Denzel Valentine back. He's back. Our only corner we're returning, who played a lot of minutes last year. A lot of downs last year for us. Defensive line, we're going to expect more out of people like Justin Rogers, and we're getting Octavius Oxendine back. And we're also going to expect. I still can't think of his name. Ohio State defensive end. We need see a lot from him. We need some of our defensive backs who we transferred in. I can't think of none of their names, so excuse me. But we're gonna have to. We need a lot of people to step up and make plays back there. We still got Terrell Asian, who's played safety for us the past couple of years. But let's go ahead and get down to it. I'm going to go ahead and put the schedule on the screen right here. Obviously, I haven't done it yet. I'll do it when I'm editing the video. As I look at this schedule, I'm just going to tell you straight up. I think, we got 9 games. And then we got 3 games that could go either way. And who are, you know, we can go, we win or lose. You know, but I'm going to talk about a little bit about them as I get there. We'll see what I got, you know, projected. First out of the gate is going to be Miami, Ohio, September 3rd. This is going to be a night game. Kentucky's got new video boards going up. We're just going to join in with Alabama and Georgia with their light show. We're expected to have the blue light show this year. First game's a night game. Supposed to unveil it there. Miami, Ohio. I'm going to do 2 of these. Because Miami, Ohio and Southern Illinois, which is our first game and our 4th game, both of them out of the MAC. These 2 teams are both projected to be 1 and 2 out of the MAC. And compete for the MAC championship. And so, but I think Kentucky's going to go in there and handle both of those games. And, you know, and probably just because it's Kentucky, and we'll probably try to get a lot of backups in. We're not going to pull what, you know, like Georgia or Alabama and beat this team 56. You know, either one of these teams 56-7. You know, I would like to see us put about 56 points up in the game, maybe even 63. And then maybe a couple of garbage touchdowns against our, you know, some of our young, talented defensive players. And so, I mean, me personally, we're, you know, being a new offense on the Miami, Ohio game, I'm not expecting our offense to really show a whole lot because game 2 is Florida. Now, here's how I'm looking at Florida. Florida is kind of like what Tennessee's been the past couple years. Florida is kind of like the old Kentucky under Joker Phillips going 2-10 and 0-8 in the SEC every year. You know, a lot of Kentucky fans are talking about, you know, we only won once down in Gainesville in the last 36 years. I'm not worried about that game. Kentucky's going to go down there and they're going to win. They're going to handle Florida, and they're going to win by however much they want to win by that game by. I'm not even too sure we're going to even show our whole offense in that game. I think we'll pass the ball around some, but being, you know, that Stoops likes to, you know, he likes to run the ball and control the clock and limit the possessions. It's kind of how he thinks, and I'm not too sure if he feels like Kentucky's made that step to where he can, you know, air it out and hit some big plays and leave his defense a little vulnerable. Leave him on the field a lot. That's not who Stoops is. It's not what he wants to do. So I think Kentucky's going to win that game. So that's 2 wins. Game 3 is Youngstown State. The only reason we got this game on the schedule is because you've got Stoops. Somebody else I didn't mention was John Summerall went to Troy, our linebackers coach. We brought in Mike Stoops, Mark Stoops' brother. So that's the coaching change I forgot to make. But the Stoops, all from Youngstown, Vince Merrill, our tight end coach, recruiting coordinator, head recruiting coordinator, they're all from Youngstown, Ohio. And I think this is just a game for, you know, when they're little small town colleges to come play us, give them some money. Of course, I think we're going to. No, I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure they're an FCS team. So, I mean, I'd rather not play some of these teams. And I'd rather just play like a Big Ten team. You see them by the phone in my hand. Just got the schedule on there. But I'd rather play like Indiana. I mean, just kind of make it a little round in the Big Ten. If we lose some games, we lose some games. But if you want to be the best team, you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. It's kind of how I see it. So, if you're going 6-6, then you know you're just an average team in college football. Well, if you're playing all these good teams and not so many MAC schools and FCS teams, then you're going 8-5, 8-4, 7-5. You're still kind of right there in the middle of the pack. But it also gets you prepared to play the Alabamas, the Georgias. You play a tougher schedule. I don't see it happening anytime soon. That's beside the point. So, of course, I got that as a win. Probably a lot of running, a lot of backups is what you're going to see. I already talked about the Northern Illinois game. Well, I'm actually going to the 5th game. It's at Ole Miss. I don't remember when Kentucky's bye week is. It's not on here. But our 5th game is Ole Miss. And I'm going to this game. This is one of the games I got marked as a question mark. I think Kentucky can win this game. But looking at some history here, Mark Stoops has yet to win a road game in the SEC West. But I think this is going to be a really good game. It's going to kind of show that Kentucky has made that second step. And I think Kentucky's going to, probably get a small victory. It's slim victory is what I meant. It's going to be a close game. Come down to probably the final drive. But I think we're going to beat Ole Miss this year. Currently, we're 0-2 under Stoops with them. Maybe 0-3 against them. I think it's 0-2 though. So I got to win in that game. So far, I got it starting off 5-0. Then we got South Carolina at home, game 6. I don't know what the hype is about them. All they did was add Spencer Rattler, who, in my opinion, is a overrated, not even average quarterback. He ain't shown up. He ain't done it in college football yet. He was a preseason Heisman hopeful. But there's a reason he wasn't even nowhere near that, or even the starting quarterback at the end of the year for Oklahoma. He hasn't done nothing. He's got a lot of hype, but he ain't done nothing. Me personally, I think Kentucky comes in and they dominate South Carolina once again. Them and the Boom Chickens, as Carolina Jackpack Pocket will say. Kentucky wins that game easily. So I got 6-0 now, and now we have another home game against Mississippi State. Either right before this game, I want to look at it real quick. No. So we got another home game against Mississippi State, and Mississippi State is gonna come in. Of course, we went down there last year. And this is what I was kind of talking about. Mark Stoops has yet to win the game. The West, a game against SC West on the road. And plus, this series is usually the home team wins this series. Doesn't matter how good the other team is. The home team wins this series. Of course, Mississippi State's got a very good quarterback and an offense that Kentucky struggled with last year. But it doesn't sound like Kentucky went in there and took them very serious. They just laid an egg. Will Levis probably had one of his worst games of the year. Throwing 3 interceptions. Just never could get anything going. But I think we get our revenge this year and we beat Mississippi State. After Mississippi State is our bye week. Before the 29th of October, we go down to Tennessee. When we go down to Tennessee, here's another one of them. I'm putting it as a question mark. This is a game I think we can win, but will we win? I'm not too sure. The one thing I don't think is Tennessee's not going to have that surprise factor this year. I think we play Tennessee. We play Tennessee after Georgia, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. might play Tennessee before he played Georgia. But anyways, yeah, that offense is fast. They try to snap the ball under 8 seconds. Each play, 8 seconds in between each play. But when it doesn't work, their defense is spending a lot of time on the field. And our head coach, Mark Stoops, is a defensive-minded coach. Kirby Smart is defensive-minded coach. Nick Saban is a defensive-minded coach. And Nick Saban is going to play them before we have to go down there and play them. Tennessee fans have got their hopes up for 9-3 or 10-2 season. I don't see that happening. Because I don't think you're beating Georgia. You're not beating Alabama. You're not. Florida. Y'all should beat Florida, but you're not beating LSU. So you're coming to this game with at least 2 losses. Purposes of this video, I'm going to say Kentucky drops this game. Takes our first L. Coming in, makes us 7-1. Then we go at Missouri. We've owned Missouri. We've had their number. We've only lost Missouri and South Carolina. Both of those teams once in like the last 8 years. We've had their number. Both of them. Last year we were breaking a new offense in. We had a new quarterback. And we let Missouri kind of hang around too long. Gave them a little hope. Missouri thinks this is a rivalry game. Kentucky does not consider this a rivalry game. I guess the best way to look at it is Kentucky hates Florida. Florida just seems, looks at us as, just Kentucky. And so, I think we're going to go into Columbia, Missouri and get that win to bring us up to 8-1. I don't think Missouri's going to be as good as people think they're going to be. I think we'll get to it. Only loss at this point, I got us losing to Tennessee. Now we come home for Vanderbilt, which our last three games are all at home. Vanderbilt, their coach, they're going to be something national brand. Vanderbilt is baseball school, and they've had a couple good basketball seasons where they beat Kentucky and done all right. But I can never, this ain't James Franklin coaching this team or recruiting. Kentucky's going to win this game. And once again, be able to play our backups and get experience. Now we're going to go to Georgia. Georgia comes to Kentucky this year. As you can see, I got us winning against Vanderbilt, obviously. I got us coming in this game 8-1. No, 9-1. I got us coming in this game 9-1. Yeah. Against Georgia. At this point in time, Georgia's probably going to be 10-0 coming into this game. And so I do believe this game is going to be for the East. Tennessee beat us. But I think Tennessee's our only loss at this point. I think this game's already sold out. That's where this game's at already. This game's already sold out. I do believe it's going to be for the East. I do believe Kentucky can win this game. I listen to a lot of Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou talks about how Kentucky likes to run the ball and control the clock, and just can't run on Georgia. Well, this part right here is for Uncle Lou. Just remember these names: Dane Key, Barry Brown, Trayvon Robinson, DeKel Kreider, who actually injured last year. So this is actually his redshirt freshman year. Jordan Anthony, Rashad Lewis, Chris Lewis, Keaton Upshaw, Brendan Bates, Isaiah Cummings, Justin Dingle. This list can go on and on. These are all tight ends. Well, the last couple were tight ends. for keeping up Sean down was tight ends. These are all receivers and tight ends. We're going to be able to spread Georgia out this year. And we're going to be able to throw the ball. And last year would have been the year to surprise Georgia because their DBs were a little inexperienced. I mean, I think it's the only word. I think last year was the year you could throw in Georgia. This year, DBs are going to be a little more experienced. They're returning, I'm pretty sure all of them. Inside linebacker seems to be their question mark this year.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
Just over here talking. But anyways,
I'm not sure I understand.
But anyways, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, Kentucky could lose this game, but we win this game. Which brings us to the last game of the season. I mean, I'm not saying we blow Georgia out. It's, going to be back and forth close. Yeah, I know we got a lot of question marks about defense, but both of us at this point in time have worked out all the kinks, figured things out, and would have 10 games under our belts. All of our players, starters. Plus we're at the rotation and everything else. So like I said, Kentucky wins this game, and I got us at 10-1 now. Both Georgia and Kentucky. Kentucky would hold that tiebreaker, obviously, and be East champions. I'm saying Kentucky could easily lose this game also. I just think this is the year Kentucky beats Georgia. We're at home. We got the receivers. We got the passing game. We got the running game to do both. We got the quarterback. So Kentucky wins this game, wins the East. So now let's go on to Louisville. This Louisville-Kentucky series hasn't been close in 4 years? 5 years counting COVID. Kentucky's dominated this series. So, I mean, I expect nothing else, Same old Louisville down there. Malik Cunningham's still the quarterback. Just like, the rest of the quarterbacks, they play Kentucky. And they get a little fumbleitis. L's down, Kentucky wins. We go 11-1. And we'll be off to the SEC championship game. We'll probably face Alabama. Everything goes that way. I don't think we have anything for Alabama. But it could be something we'll see. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. If y'all don't mind giving a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends. The more y'all can just comment, leave a comment down below. Peace. Hit the subscribe button also if you ain't have mentioned already.